tired of lying, and it's getting plain to see. I done tried hard to deny, but this woman changing me. Might go to the clubs, but I leave kinda early, and I don't drink and drive, but chug and jive, so my woman ain't gotta worry. No, no. See, I can't be playing with her heart or playing with her mind. We ain't getting no younger, can't play with my time. And I know she miss me and can't wait to kiss me. So I might be invited tonight.
You ain't gotta look for me.
I might be invited tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, all right. That was my man, all the way from Mississippi, man. You know, my man Nick, you know, he do his thing. We call him, you know, too smooth. You know what I mean? In the building. So, you know, that's what's up. So we're back again with another star-studded episode that is with your boy King Jacob. And we have a special guest tonight. Man, listen, man, what do I begin to introduce, you know, Dr. Shan, you know, man, she's all around person, public figure, you know, a script writer, actress, acting coach, you know, artist manager, you know, artist developer, and the list go on and on, man. So we're gonna get into her story, and we're gonna ask her a few, you know, choice questions about this entertainment industry and about her life and how she's been able to have this successful journey and navigate to inspire others as well. So welcome to the show, Dr. Shan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so honored that you would even ask me to be a part of your show. So I thank you. Thank you so very much for having me.
You're definitely welcome. So when people from Arizona and Cali and, you know, they want to know, man, Jacob, who is Dr. Shan? You know, and you know, and you know, she might say, you know, I'm Chandra Smartt-Spicer, and but she leave the doc off. And listen, man, if you prestigious, just let them know it, you know, so they'll know how to address you. You know what I mean? You know, that doc implements that she is somebody of high magnitude. She is somebody that's educational, that's intellectual, and an all-around person that you know how to come at her. So if you don't come correct, you definitely can't come at all. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Right. So who are you when people ask?
Who am I? Very humble. I'm a humble person who loves helping people in whatever capacity I can help them in. I am in the industry as an artist myself, as well as managing talent. So I'm somebody that wants to see everybody else make it, as well as myself, because if you make it, I can make it. So I'm in the artistry of trying to help build them to their greatest potential and helping them reach their destiny. And the reason why I say that is because when I started out, nobody helped me. I pretty much had to do my own research. Some people would say certain things, but for the most part, I did my own research. And sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to check people out. And I want to be that person that somebody can go to that they can trust, that's not going to steer them wrong, that ain't trying to take advantage of them and what I could gain from them. Because if you don't do anything, I can't gain a cent. So really just helping push people to be the best that they can be and be excellent at anything that they aspire to do, basically.
Okay, okay, okay. Enough said. Enough said. And well said. Okay, so with that being said, when did you discover that you had a gift that you needed to share with the world? And this gift would inspire others to be great, and it will pull them out of a negative space and help them understand that you have a gift as well. Let me help you with that. Let me pull that out of you. Let me not dim your light, but let you help this light that God gave you shine.
Uh, it's funny that you say that. First off, I never knew that I could do what I could do. Growing up as a child, I never thought that I would even be in this arena. I mean, I went to school to become a businesswoman, and that was it. Not in this capacity. I just wanted to sit at somebody's desk. But looking at my family and them being entrepreneurs, it was like, okay, well, you could do that too. But to be in a place to want to um, help push someone and give them that drive, I would have to say when I accepted my call, because what a lot of people don't know about me is that I am a minister of the gospel. I am Dr. Reverend Chandra Smartt-Spicer. And a lot of people didn't know that, because my thing is I'm not hung up on titles. Now I use them in certain areas and arenas, but for the most part, I'm just Chan. And Chan is my nickname. I'm just that person. Because when someone sees me, I want them to see me and not all these titles and accolades. See me as a person. Be comfortable. I want you to be comfortable with sharing and talking with me. So, in order to manage you, you have to trust me, and I have to know who I'm dealing with and who I'm working with. So, I know how to present them to other people and basically how to uplift and encourage, because a manager sometimes is a counselor to some that may need it. They're an encourager. They're that person that's going to tell you, that ain't what you should do. Or, yeah, go for it. Someone that you would share to me, your career is intimacy. For you to share that with me means you trust me. And so I have to walk in integrity at all times, because that's what I teach other people, tell other people. Always have integrity, because at the end of the day, all you got is your word. You don't have nothing else after that. So if your word ain't bond, then you ain't got nothing. So be a person of integrity. Don't never lie. That's part of integrity. Be honest, tell the truth. And if you can do it, say that you can do it. Don't lead anybody on. Don't tell them that they look good in yellow and they really don't. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
You gotta be flat-footed honest. I don't care how it may seem, but there's a delivery in everything. So you got to keep that in mind too. Some people can deliver a message and be cold-hearted, and some people can deliver a message and it just rubs off real soft like a pillow. But they'll get the point of what you're trying to say, if you understand what I'm saying. So I guess it would have to start with me looking at myself and looking at the fact that what did people do for me, and what did they not do for me that I want to be able to do for others. As well as being a mother, I have to do that with my own children and all these other children that adopt me as a parent. If you say that's my mom, I'm gonna treat you like you my child,
Mhm.
just like my regular children. But at the end of the day, I want it to be something somebody couldn't be to me, to
Right,
others.
right, right, right. Okay, definitely, definitely. So you guys are tuned in with the Chatterbox with King Jacob, and that is the voice of Dr. Shan. Giving you the real deal, Holyfield. And we'll be back after a word from my man, Pastor Jamal Bryant, in which, after he speaks, Dr. Shan will definitely comment on this journey and the message that he's bringing. So stay tuned for more important message. We'll be right back.
Do you know how many people are jealous of you? And they got no idea that the gift. Do you know how many people are jealous of you? And they got no idea that the gift you have, you never prayed for. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. The gift that you hold, you never asked God to give it to you. And you got folk that are fighting you, and they don't know, I don't even want this. God done put it on my life. All I can do is flow in my gift. You know you're authentically anointed when people who got more than you don't like you. And you're trying to figure out why you attacking me when I ain't got nothing. I hope y'all tap this church. God said, if they hate you at this level, what they gonna do when I elevate you to a whole nother place? This is just the beginning. Do you know how many people are jealous of you?
Well, we're back once again on the Chatterbox. That was my boy, Pastor Jamal Bryant, giving you a word, a powerful message, some insight, on how the jealousy and envy may come, for people who got more than you. So, Dr. Sharon, what you think about what Pastor Jamal Bryant just displayed, the speech he gave, the message he brought forward?
When I heard what he just said, some people, you didn't pray for this gift that you got. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow, that fits, because one, the Bible says a gift comes without repentance, and two, you never ask for half the stuff that comes your way. But what people don't realize is the gift that you have and the challenges that you go with, everything, there's a price with everything. And a lot of people want what you got, but don't want to go through anything of what you had to go to attain what you have, so that in itself is very powerful, because we didn't ask for this. We didn't know that this was going to happen, but yet still God knew. And it was up to you. You had a choice of whether you wanted to fall into it and ride this puppy until the wheels fall off, or you had a choice to say, nah, that ain't what I want to do.
Talk to him, Dr. Shane. That's what I'm talking about right there. Give him that real, that raw, that uncut. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. And so you're in this entertainment industry, which is a male-dominated industry.
Oh, God.
How do you stay on top of the game, and how do you stand on what you believe in with you being a female?
Well, let me say this. First and foremost, I have to come as a woman, and most women, we got to come different than what you all have to, the way y'all have to come. We have to come different than that, because it's hard enough. People don't want to take women seriously. And when you see a woman, you're like, oh, I'm going to be able to get past her. I'm going to be able to tell her anything. But with me, you can't. I may look like I'm accepting or receiving everything that you're saying, and deep down inside, I'm like, no, sir, it's not going down like that. One, as a woman in the industry, you want to be respected. You don't want to be seen as someone's pillow for the night. And I mean that literally. Some people feel like if I'm their pillow, then I can get this and I can get that. And I'm here to say, no, you don't. All you got to do is be about your business. Just like they come hard, you come hard too. Like I told one of my clients, I said, I might be short in stature, but I climb a ladder and I knock somebody out for what's mine. And I don't mean I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But literally, you got to be smart. And using what God gave you in terms of your physical elements is not the way to be smart about getting what you want. Go to school, learn the business, know what you're talking about, get the knowledge that you didn't have before, so you can be able to sit in those rooms and be able to have those same conversations, and no one will be able to pull something over your eyes because you are totally aware of what's going on, just like themselves. People will try to come and run shop and tell you anything. But if you already know and you ahead of the ball game, then you like, okay, what you got? I got that too. And you just got to be stern and straightforward. You can't be no wimp in this industry because it's grindy as it is. It's grimy on the secular side, and it's definitely grimy on the gospel side, on both sides. And I've been on both. You got to know what you're talking about and still be that person of integrity, but let them know that you don't play about yours, your clients, you don't play about your business, yet let alone we know you don't play about your family, but you got to be stern, and just like they like that, you got to come like that too. You cannot back down or whimper down because they may make you feel intimidated. That's a lie. The devil is a lie. And you ain't gotta roll like that. Period.
Okay. So the founder, owner, CEO of SmarttGirl Productions, which is your baby, your brand.
Yes.
And so tell us how all this came about, and tell us why you were so passionate about getting this up and running, owning it, really owning your brand and representing your brand in a way that people took notice. And a lot of people have taken notice. I learned who you was, and I see you. I see you out there moving and grooving. You're, you know, you're, you're shaker and a mover, and so you got something, pretty prestigious going on. So tell me how that came about with you, starting your own brand, and when people understanding you like, oh man, I need to have a conversation with her, a real meeting with her. How can I get that with her? Because a lot of people may think, I wonder if she'll take a meeting with me. Well, she's on TV and she's in all these films and she's on somebody's runway, and like, does she have time to take a meeting with me? Like people would have that in their mind. And so, but anybody that know you, got to understand, man, that you're a child of God and you love God's people. So with that being said, I'll let you have the floor.
Well, definitely, I'm a lover of God. Like I said, my first call was to the ministry. And from then on, I always I've done a lot of different things, and from being my own self-taught chef. My father was a chef, um, and that's a whole nother conversation. But he was a chef. Like I said, my family were entrepreneurs and everything like that. And I said, well, okay, well, Chandra, you went to school and you got a whole big college student loan that you got to pay for. So how you gonna pay for it? And instead of working for the man, it's like, well, let's see what you can do on your own. And what can you build from this? What are you into? What do you like? And I'm a true believer that whatever your passion is, that's your business right there. And I've always been in entertainment, from singing to acting and writing. I've always done that. I just never did it on this side to the max. And I said, well, let me go ahead and form this company. One, I wanted to honor my father. SmarttGirl is my daddy's name. My daddy's last name is Smart, Smartt, and I wanted to honor my dad for several reasons. And so I said, well, how am I honor him? I'm gonna keep his name, and I'm gonna keep his name in this. SmarttGirl. It's unique. It's spelled differently, and I said, let me just roll with it because it's a family name. So I started with that, and I started with modeling first, and then once I built my confidence up in doing that, because I never thought that I could even do that. We know what society deems as being model material and all of that from back in the day. You had to be like a size 5 or 0 to 5 or 2 or whatever. I'm definitely not that. So I never thought that I could even roll in that capacity, but for some reason I was able to do it. And I did it somewhat well. And that's not bragging. That's just saying based on what things have transpired since I've done that. I've been in Vogue Italia twice as a published model, back to back month, from 1 month to the next. New Faces magazine. So I could say that I'm a published plus size mature model, because some people don't believe my age, but that's a whole nother conversation too. But I was able to do all of that starting out, and I started modeling when I was 40 something years old. So my thing is this: it's never too late to start and build on your craft or what you love to do. All you got to do is have the confidence and believe in yourself, and you can do anything. All you got to do is try, and you can try it. If it didn't work, okay, I did that, and move on to the next. Because my thing is this: I'm getting too old to be sitting up here trying to do to be upset about what I didn't do. I'd rather go on and try and do it, and if I don't succeed in that, I'll move on to the next thing. Ain't no skin off my back, because I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger, and I feel like this. What makes me go harder too is I'm older than the average person that's in the entertainment business right now. So when I come, I'm gonna come hard. I don't have time to waste. So that's my motto, and that's why I started to do that and to build the brand. Believe it or not, I started out with just doing morning inspirations. That's
Okay.
it. Getting
Okay.
up every morning and giving people words of encouragement while I was modeling on that runway and taking photo shoots for people, doing free photo shoots, helping other people build their portfolios in photography by just standing in front of the camera and posing. Doing those things, I would get up, go to my 9 to 5 every day, because I'm an accountant by trade. Um, so I said, well, let me start it this way, because don't nobody know me. So how is someone going to get to know who I am without knowing other people? I use social media platform, and I just started giving morning inspirations. Then people started sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing. And then next thing you know, I'm over what, 6K followers right now. I know for some that's not a lot, but for me, that's a lot. And in the industry, entertainment industry alone, just for modeling, they won't even really look at you unless you got 2K followers. And that's the truth, because they want to know if somebody is watching you, if somebody is interested in you. So how do you get them interested? You got to build yourself. You got to put yourself out there. And for me, that was the hardest thing I could have ever done, was put myself out there for others to see me. And the reason why I say that is because I was very shy. I didn't want to talk in front of people. Even as a minister, I was like, no, I don't need to pray. I'm just going to stand here. That's just how I was. But until I started walking that runway, and I'm going to say this, for a woman to be admired by another woman platonically and is genuine, man, that is amazing, because it's not a lot of us that root for each other. So being on that side and being that model, and having my model sisters, Melody Smith and Reggie Geraldo, teach me how to walk. I know how to walk, but I didn't know how to walk a runway. Teach me how to walk. That was amazing. And to have others cheering you on, that was amazing. That was a confidence builder there. So once I got past that, I did the inspirational talks every morning. And then there were a few just like random check-in talks. I did that for a whole year. And for that whole year, and after a while, you get people saying, hey, when you coming back on? We miss hearing you. Y'all was looking for me? And then I just kept doing it. And then I lost my mom, so I stopped for a minute. And then the pandemic hit. When the pandemic hit, I went into acting. And from there, it's been all she wrote. Now I do the acting. My acting coach passed on about a year or so ago, rest her soul. From acting, I still model. And then someone said, hey, I see you, one of my clients. They said, I think you could do this. And I was like, do what? He said, manage me. I had one client, and I managed the heck out of that person. at that time. And then it was word of mouth. The clients that I have, a lot of them are come by word of mouth.
That's dope. That's super, super impressive. Um, you know, I know all about the management world. Did it for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
God,
You're,
no.
if you're a manager, you're a pastor, you're a counselor, you're a psychologist, you all that, and then
And
some.
you working hard. You working hard for these artists. They don't see it all the time, but you
Mhm.
running your mouth. You gotta have a gift of gab in order to be a manager,
Right.
um, because you're trying to build their careers. So you're presenting their portfolios to people and letting people hear their music. Whether I mean, everybody's not gonna like everything. We know that, but you doing your best to try to sell this person to the next one, and then come back to them and try to say, okay, we need to revamp, we need to do this, or we need to do that. So for you not to hear your manager say this or that, they're pushing you, they're shopping you, and they're gonna do their best to get you what you need to get. But it is a challenge. It's a challenge. Oh God, it's a challenge. That's why when you ask your take on being a woman, sometimes being that pillow will get people where you want them to be, but I don't want it that way. If you don't want me like this, then you don't need me. Because with that comes consequences. Then you gotta you gotta pay for what you did over there, and then you don't have to pay for what you did over here. Because one thing in the industry that I do know is that once you lay it open, everybody know. Everybody know.
Yeah.
And it's hard to come back from that.
And everybody gonna try to bust it down. Believe that.
Yes,
You know.
yes, because
Yeah.
everybody talks to everyone. And that's what I try to tell. That's what I try to tell my artists. I had an artist one time, not my artist, but somebody who was auditioning because I do cast directing. And they were auditioning for a project that I actually was an artist on. And then they put in an audition for a project that I was casting on, and they didn't know it. But they talked a whole bunch of mess on this one set.
Uh-huh.
If you are an artist, I'm gonna say this: be careful of what you say around people. If it ain't good, keep it to yourself, because
That's
it will
right.
come back and bite you in the behind. I
Yes.
guarantee you.
Yes. Word travel fast. It travels fast. It
And
sure
she
does.
didn't. And I said she. She didn't know, but you don't know who she is. She didn't know that I was the casting director for the set that she was auditioning for.
Well, we know how. Listen, man, we ain't gonna get into that, but that's a whole
No,
nother
we're
conversation.
not. But that's a nugget for
Yeah.
artists.
Yeah.
Don't be out there talking too much, moving too fast, and being in a situation where you're surrounded by people that are talking too much. Move around, because you don't want to be associated with negativity.
That's right. That's right. That's
Hands
right.
down, you don't, because even though you didn't say anything, you were there, and it's gonna get around that you were there.
Mm.
I'm just
So, so when it comes to Smart Girl Productions, right?
mhm.
What piques your interest as a CEO, and how do someone get your attention? Because we gonna keep it real. It's many people that you have to go through in order to get to the CEO. And so, with that being said, to pique to pique the attention of a CEO says a whole lot about who an artist is. And so, how does that happen when it comes to you, Dr. Chan?
I gotta like what you giving. I have to. A manager can't manage someone if she does not or he does not like their product. There's no way. I have to like your product, meaning your sound if you are a music artist, because I manage actors too. I have to like your sound, your look, and I need to know if you're sellable. And I know that by your conversation and your drive. I need to know your stage presence. How are you performing? Can you drive an audience? Can you pull people in? Um, do others like your music? But mainly, I have to like it. And your attitude and how you carry yourself makes a whole difference. You could be the best of all, get at. You could be the next great, but if your personality ain't right, I can't.
So let me role play a conversation for you. Hello, may I speak to Mr. Anderson, aka King Jacob? And I say, sure. Um, so Mr. Anderson, you had a group of people on the 95 South podcast with you with Icon E. I was like, sure, I did. So in the bio said SmarttGirl Productions when you posted it. And so what do I need to do to submit some music to her? I said, that's interesting you say that. Now, first of all, I want you to pay attention and pay close attention very carefully. Turn your television down. I said you need 3 professional pictures, 2 headshots, 1 full body shot. I said you need a professional bio, electronic press kit. You need 3 radio edit tracks, all social media links, and a website. They said, well, Mr. Jacob, that's stuff I don't have. I said, well, sir, you definitely need to do your homework on how this music industry works and how you gain an attention of a CEO, or how you gain an attention of A&R, or how you gain attention of a music supervisor that does movie scores for films. Now, I took this call without charging you a consultation fee.
Mm.
On- on- only, only because, you know, you was asking me some key questions. But for future reference, the next call you will have to schedule an appointment, and we will have to talk about the consultation fee on how long it shall be, and and we can go from there. But that's what she would need. So once you get that over to me, I can get it over to her, and then we can go from there.
You
That's
pretty
how my
much
that's how my conversations go.
you pretty much said it in a nutshell, because I could tell you this from, because I have an agent too, believe it or not, for acting and modeling. And before I could get in front of her for her to even consider me, I had to have professional pictures. I had to, my portfolio had to be on point, meaning I had to invest in myself.
Hmm.
So and let me say this, a headshot is not a selfie.
It's not. It's
It
not.
is not a selfie. You'd be amazed at how many people send a headshot in and it's click. That is not a headshot. That will get your picture put right into file 13, meaning they won't even look at it.
Delinquent.
Because mm-mm,
Delinquent file.
yeah, because it what it does is it makes them think you're not serious. And I would say that I don't know how many times I've told people you're not serious enough. You're not ready. And yes, I'm ready. No, you're not. Your mindset has to change. One, when you go on a set or when you get in the studio, you can't play. Even though we play, you got to be serious. Get that work done, because that stuff costs by the minute. So get it done. Um, your press kits, I do stuff like that, so I know what they look like. And if you just toss something to me, I'm gonna know you're not serious. And it's easy to do. If you may not have the $600 or whatever it costs to get yours done. but there's a way to get something done that's presentable enough that you can present.
It's funny you say that because I know people that look out for artists. I know
Mhm.
I have a homegirl, Minister Alicia Coleman, and she was when her son was out there when he was younger.
Mhm.
She was moving him around, Stellar Awards everywhere else, and stuff like that. And she does the electronic press kits from scratch. And she was only charging these artists $150, and they didn't want to pay that.
And
And
that's cheap.
yeah, that's very cheap. And so, I tell people all the time. I say, even if I say if you just want to start out with a one sheet,
It's
that
something.
still gives them a lot of insight on who you are, what you're capable of doing, and in the studio, man. I said,
It's something.
I
It's
told I told
something.
somebody that engineers I know, they don't allow no smoking in their studio, no chronic smoking. He was like, huh? I was like, no, man. I was like, this man got a studio that costs about $75,000. Oh no, he ain't
Mm-mm.
playing that. And his wife went half with him on that. He
Oh
definitely played it.
no, he got
Yeah,
a. She the boss.
yeah,
No, that's not going down.
yeah. And I
Because
said, she definitely ain't playing that
mm-mm,
because they're working on a family legacy here. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
You know, one kid played acoustic guitar, the other kid played piano in both of them songs. So a lot of times that studio was, something that they had when the dad wasn't doing anything. They had learned how to run the whole studio by the time they was 13, 14 years old. And so, if these are not adults yet, but they're children. And if they take it serious and study YouTube tutorials and everything else, why these grown people can't do it?
exactly. My thoughts exactly. That's how I feel. I mean, it can be done. It's how bad you want it at the end of the day, man. It's how bad do you want it? Do you want it a little bit or a whole lot? If you want it, you gonna go get it. If you don't want it and you just playing, you gonna be sitting in the cut talking about some, oh, gee, this what I did. No, it's how bad you want it, whether you male, female, whatever. It's how bad you want it. If you want it bad enough, you gonna go get that. You already gonna understand and know what's needed in order to make it in the industry. You're not gonna play around with that. I know what I did. I didn't play. What I did, I worked hard for what I got. It ain't much, but I worked hard for it.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I wouldn't trade anything that I've gone through. Even the people that took advantage of me, my haters, I thank them. I owe them dinner. I wouldn't trade none of that because it made me who I am and it got me to where I am right here today. And
See,
the
I
way,
thank, I
man,
thank them.
look,
I owe them down. You know what? Boy, look at here. talking about motivation, talking about motivation and inspiration. That's what you saying in a nutshell. They
yeah.
don't they don't even know that they motivate you to strive for all this greatness and to keep going and going. And so I can dig that. Now we're talking about Smart Girl Productions, the brand,
hmm
the company, founder, owner, CEO, Dr.
hmm
Sand. So you sent me some material, right? So um, give me three of your clients that, without a reasonable shadow of a doubt, that since you done put your hands on them, you think you know that the world is about to see them. And I can't front you between you and my brother Maurice. Y'all done
Well,
shared
that's
some
the bro.
y'all done shared some dope content with me. So you know what what artist has intrigued you the most about their capabilities and how in tune they are with the teachings of you and the teachings of the art form of music as well.
Um, I would say this. I don't have one favorite.
You don't have one
For,
favorite?
So let me say that I don't have one favorite
Okay.
because I mean, it's just like being a mother to your kids. You don't have a favorite. You shouldn't have a favorite. All of them should be your favorite.
Hmm.
Um, and anybody that I've worked with, working with, aspiring to work with, I adore. And you said my top three. I don't know if I got top three. I might have more than top three because I think everybody is great. Um, I'm gonna say,
Well, the reason why I asked you that, people don't look at this. The first two guys that talked about New Edition was and Bobby and
Ralph.
Ralph. Yeah, Bobby and Ralph. So Bobby and Ralph had this bond. You know, people don't know, even when Bobby was going through his transitioning,
Mm-hmm.
only two people paid for his rehab. There was
Mm,
his day one boy Ralph and the last member of the group, who was Johnny, the church boy. You,
really?
yeah,
Now, see, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's the
And-
one that he was fighting with.
right. But they had a love-hate relationship, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because so what I'm saying is, like me myself, I can tell you that my favorite member from Drew Hill was Big Woody Rock. Ask me why.
Why?
Because his penmanship was out of this world. And once he left the group, they couldn't make no more hits. Because the
Hmm.
penmanship was gone.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That pen is something serious. Yeah, you can sing all day, man, but if you ain't got no writers
Mm.
who can write,
Well,
listen.
you got a point there because you ain't got nothing to sing. You're gonna be singing A B C D E F G. If you can't write and you ain't got no writer, that's what you're singing, or you are singing somebody else's track. That's what you're doing.
You're from Chicago, and we can look at it like this. Out of all the things we heard about Robert Sylvester Kelly, you hear people do testimonies about him: Kurt Franklin, Elton John, Michael Jackson, uh, 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 you know, um, B2K, Mary J. Blige, Kelly Price. They never talk about him singing. They talk about his penmanship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that penmanship, the dream, penmanship.
I mean, R. Kelly was a musical genius. I mean, I can't deny that. He was a musical genius. R. Kelly come from singing from the south side of Chicago, singing in the subways with what was the name of the group he was in? Public Announcement. All of them, so he's a musical genius. He could write his butt off. Prince, all of them, they could
Right,
write. They could
right.
write. It's just that he went through
So,
some things in
so
life.
I am going somewhere with this,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I'm going.
I'm gonna
If
let you
you
tell me.
if you manage a epic writer, then that writer can be under your tutelage and write all type of movies, web series, TV series, documentaries, treatments, all the above. See, a songwriter is just a songwriter. A
Mm-hmm.
songwriter can possess many things and can control that pen to do what they want that pen to do. So
Mm.
that's where I was going with it.
Okay. Who do I have? All of them could write.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
all
Okay.
of them can. Um, the people that are under me right now, and I'm working on a few others, but right now, currently, I have Woe Boy out of Chicago, and I have Zeke Wonderland out of
Shout out.
Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, he's a young brother.
He's fine. He's
He's
fine.
something else. Yeah.
He's fine.
Um, it's some R&B artists that I'm working on, but I won't name them right now because I have to get a confirmation for it. But
And
um,
what's my chick name? Whew.
your who name?
The chick that you sent me. What's her name? The young lady.
Oh, that's my sister, J Daphne.
Listen,
She is fire.
listen, man. Gospel, R&B, jazz, Southern soul, blues,
She
country,
is fire.
Broadway. Listen,
I'm gonna say this: you can find all these artists right now on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, and of course YouTube. They're all there.
are
But
they on your website as well?
Woe Boy has a website. Zeke, I believe, has a website as well. And yeah, they all have everything that you said they should.
And so the reason I'm asking
And
you
I
this
know they
is
have
because
EPKs. I know they have EPKs. I know Woe because I did his.
I
So,
got a
and
slap
that's
for
another thing.
I
I'm
got a slap for
sorry.
all them on here. I got a slap for all them on here. So just let them know. Just
Uh-huh. Okay.
whenever they're available. Yeah. So Zeke, thank you for tapping in, man. I appreciate you. Tapping in and
Yeah, that's Zeke right there.
yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for sure.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, he got something big coming up himself over the weekend. Um, so he's somebody you need to listen to. Woe is somebody you need to listen to. And I'm telling you, these men are phenomenal, and the stage presence is off the freaking chain. They will give you entertainment. They will definitely entertain you. And in order to be in this industry like this, you gotta be able to draw the audience and pull the audience, you know. And if you could do that, you gotta you gotta bang up. I could say this for Zeke. Zeke, forgive me, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this to you. But Zeke little light skin, you know that light skin be in sometime. And he young and he's a handsome gent. So I have little teenage daughters and all their friends. So he got fans the day he signed.
Oh yeah, of course,
God, oh
of
my
course
God.
he,
That's why you gotta have a
of,
look.
of, of, of course he got that genuine fan base when Genuine was a young boy. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. That's what he got. Oh my
Mhm.
God. And they was like, Mom, you know him? I was like, oh, here we go. But I had to think about how I was as a young girl when New Edition hit the stage. I was like, oh, who is my favorite? Ronnie. Ronnie was my favorite, but now I'm like, oh yeah, they could barely man, I ain't gonna talk about the concert. But the concert was off the chain, but we're all older. Just keep that in
Right,
mind. So
right.
when you get older, you can't move as fast as you used to.
I mean, I can't tell, man, because Keith Sweat still get 80,000 a show, and they flock to him like he's 22.
He still get 80,000 a show, but I'm gonna tell you, he don't move like he used to move back in the day. He take his time and be like, "I'll be back. I got to go get me a drink and come back to the stage." I am not lying to you. If I didn't see it myself, but yeah,
Yeah. I mean, once you get older, them joints won't let you move like you used to move. But
uh-uh,
when you got legendary status, with a lot of these phenomenal singers, like we gonna take Eddie Levert Sr. He still tours. You know what I'm saying? 81 years old and still with a phenomenal voice. We're gonna take one of my favorite, and you're gonna be surprised who I say. Man, listen, for him to be a white guy, but I don't think he always white. This,
who is it?
this dude, Tom Jones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Listen, man. Like Tom, I feel like Tom Jones, like 106 years old, man. And man, he just be he just bellows out and voice is still, you know, just like Gladys. Her voice is still intact, man. So, I just feels like owning your craft. And Zeke, this is for you, man. Zeke, don't never stop owning your craft, man. Don't never stop practicing, man. Don't never stop drinking your hot honey tea with lemon, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't never stop before you got a performance, man. No drinks before the performance, man. Keep them vocals clean, man. You know what I mean? Keep their windpipe clean, man. Because that's a part of your instrument. You know what I mean? That's your
Mhm,
toolage, man. So keep those tools sharp, man. Keep them sharp. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Cause I tell people all the time, man. You got people who ain't made, like we're gonna talk about hip hop. Dougie Fresh, Big Daddy Kane, MC
Oh
Light,
man, come
Special Ed.
on.
They ain't made nothing in 30 years, man, and they still get like 40,000 dollars a show. You know why?
Mhm.
Because they make feel good music. It was timeless music, and
Yeah, it
people
was
still love it.
conscious
Right,
music and stuff.
right. People love that feel good music, man,
Hmm.
and you are you definitely with a a great person to really guide you through this industry, manage your career, man, and she gonna be your mama too, so you mama get ready, cause she ain't gonna let you stray away, and so that's what it is, man.
Mm-mm. Though that's how I
'Cause
feel. Like he said, I stopped smoking 9 months ago, trying to keep my instruments. Yes, and that was the one thing I could say that him
congratulations,
and
sir.
I had to talk about. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Congratulations to him. I'm so proud of him, man. Bro. I don't even know you, but I'm super proud of you, man. Like that's wonderful, man. That's inspirational. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
He told me when we first started out, he said, "Look, I can't do that no more." And I said, well, some people can do it. He said, yeah, but I can't. And he said he doesn't even go to those type places that where it's smoked out like that all the time because he can't. I went, I went, followed some artists, and I went and got smoked out, and I don't even smoke. But that's the one thing with management. Some events you can go to, you're gonna make it to, and some you're not. But you have to be present with your artists so that they can be reassured that you riding with them. You know, I might be like, they might be like, "Oh, you really gonna be out here? They over here twerking, twerking, twerking." I say, "Yeah, but you performing. Do that." And then once that's done, and I know you good, I'm out. Because I am a woman. And sometimes I have a partner. Her name is Tina Pittman. She is my partner in
Shout,
this.
shout, Miss Tina, shout out to you. I appreciate you tapping in. You right. Let's go. I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. I
Tina
appreciate it.
Pittman. And the what she used to always tell me, God said he send them two by two. And she is my pit bull. I'm gonna say that. You think I'm tough. That one right there, and she's the younger of the two. But what it is she makes me accountable for who I am and what I say I'm gonna do, and I
Mm.
do the same for her. And it's about accountability, being there and being present, and then being able to coach and teach and tell them yay or nay, or being able to be the eye that can see things that you can't see. That's why I tell artists, don't be so quick to move around. Always let your manager know what you're doing. They're not trying to be nosy and keep, all of that. They just want to know what you're doing and making sure that you're okay and that people ain't trying to take advantage, because they will. And another thing, if I need security, we need security when we go some places, because I'm just a woman, she's a woman. We feisty, but at the end of the day, we women.
That's right.
Keep that real.
That's
So,
right.
and I don't need no security that's just gonna be, hey, ma. No, I don't need that. I need you to work. Don't be security and you ain't gonna work. You're gonna be in my face. I'm gonna get done and you gonna get done too. I need you to work.
That's
And
right.
I had people to do that too, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. So, um, it's about time for us to wrap it up. So, for people who want to make inquiries about, Smart Girl Productions, or even casting calls, or I just want to sit down and talk with you and Mr. Maurice. You know,
Hmm.
uh, you know, because you guys
Shout
inspire.
out to TWIO Entertainment Films.
Right. Shout out to all of the things that you guys are doing, and man, it's phenomenal, man. So, and it's some big things that's going on that I'm aware of, but I can't say nothing. So, but it's some big things going on. So, with that being said, how can people find you, and if you can give us your website, and for people to really keep up with what you're doing.
Okay. Well, first, shout out to Eric EMAZING Productions as well, because he's a part of the team as well. I don't want to leave nobody out. the way to find me, you can email me at smartgirlproductions with a S at gmail.com. If you want to just send me some music, come correct, you can send it to my email, but make sure you got your stuff in order. Because I can't shop you to nobody if it ain't right, because they not gonna even look at it. And I'm telling you right now, they're not, and with the people that I work with. So make sure your stuff is in order. Um, all social media platforms, Facebook, I am Chandra Smartt-Spicer, and Instagram, I am SmartGirl Productions. You can follow me on TikTok too. That's just for play, but that is Smart Girl 30. I believe that's what my TikTok name is.
Most
But
definitely.
that's it. So if you follow me on that, you can follow me on social medias. You'll find out what the TikTok thing is. My email, my website is Smart Girl Productions, www.smartgirlproductions.com. Yeah, that's what it is.
Tell them how to spell that smart, so they won't get it confused.
SMARTT, two
Okay.
T's, not one T. You get one T, you're gonna get somebody else. You ain't gonna get me.
Yeah.
So SMARTT Productions, PRODUCTIONS .com. You can find me there. But yeah, so it's been great. So hit me up on social media, and also to aspiring actors, if you want to be coached, I do coach actors as well. If you want to get dived out, dig deep into that profession, you can reach out to me too with that too, and we could talk about it. I'll say it like that. You never
So
know where I
she's
may be
told-
able to put you, so
that's
don't
right.
be shy.
She said she's open to conversations, but let the conversations be real. Let them be. Make sure it's something that you want to do, because she don't waste time and she don't like nobody wasting hers. And so I want to thank her for coming on and chopping up with King Jacob on the Chatterbox with King Jacob. It's been phenomenal. It's been very, 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 you know, uh, intellectual type interview. It's been great. I learned a lot about her. I learned a lot
Mhm.
from her, and the journey continues. Because being a professional woman in the entertainment business, it's no piece of cake. It's not peaches and cream. Because you out there with the vultures and the sharks and the lions and the cheetahs. So,
Hmm.
so when you can stand up and stand tall and stand on top of it, then you definitely are a warrior. So I just want to thank her for being who she is, and thank her for connecting with me. And that's my Chicago fam for sure.
For
So,
sure.
so as we would always say, we want you to stay safe, be peaceful, stay away from COVID, and stay blessed by the best. Peace and blessings. I'm King Jacob. This is Dr. Shane. We are out of
Deuces.
here.